Hey everyone on YouTube. Just going over Claude code again. Just this time I wanted to actually run the game. I didn't actually show that last time. But for now, I'm going to try to make this window bigger. Oops. What does it do? Oh, it's adding stuff. Tester changes. No. Um, you can't run. I'll run it. All right, anyway, I'm gonna try to run the game. I hope you can see this well. Uh, what is this? Oh, I just opened my browser. Sorry, I'm done. Okay, cool. This is the game. Pixel Adventure. Press enter to start. For commands, press C. I didn't code any of this. Kind of cool. Enter. And now nothing happens. Okay, that's not good. Hey, maybe I need to refresh the browser. Pixel Adventure. No, nothing starts. Oh, maybe it just, hang on. 'Cause I just tried to make this, uh, uh, V, talk to villagers, E, equip items, escape current menu. Uh-huh. Okay, so I see some things that are already bad. Um, okay, let's get out of here. This is not what we wanted. The title page has the press C for commands, which it should not. Okay, I'll just say I see many problems. Wait, I the the problems are one, the title screen after click after pressing enter goes to black screen, so the feed loading is messed up. The press C for command should not be on the title page. I'm pressing C, the commands only flash. It should be a solid static box. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so now while it's doing that, I'm just going to be vibe coding my way along. So yesterday, what we did with this JRPG is we made a bunch of games, or we made a bunch of sprites, but the sprites were of the wrong size, and I don't know if I just was like dad brained it out, but I should have checked the sprites that they made ahead of time and checked if it was actually the the format that we wanted. So anyway, I always think it's weird the whole destroy all children. Whenever I see that in comments, I always think that that's kind of funny. Like, oh, these machines, they just want to destroy all the children, don't they? So while I'm like vibe coding, I thought of a great idea. So instead of sitting around while I'm vibe coding and like not getting anything done, I can always just work on like mobility. So one thing in calisthenics I've been trying to work on is the handstand press, and it seems that one of the key components of the handstand press is your flexibility, uh, your hip flexibility. So your hips have these little hip flexors, and usually on me anyway, I guess most people I would think they're pretty tight. Like most people can't completely go flat as a pancake. Like I can't lean my body I can't lean my butt back and my hips forward in order to make myself a pancake right now. I'm only getting to like, maybe 30 degrees, but uh yeah. So the goal for me would be to work on static stretches that could improve my hamstring flexibility, my hip flexor flexibility, all these type of things. But just in general, the issue has been fixed. Here's a summary of the changes. Modified scene, updated village scene, fixed the command box. The title screen no longer shows preceding thing. Okay. Let's fix another okay, now let me just see if this works. Oh, another thing about Claude Code is never exit out of the box, because if you do, then you lose your whole context. Okay, back. Pixel Adventure. Enter. All right, this is not working still. Huh. Okay, I'll tell that to Claude. Before trying to implement the press C for commands, the title page worked, and after hitting enter, went to the Sage. Now it's just a black box after typing pressing enter. Please fix. I don't. The weird thing is, I think it. Whenever it's reading the file, it's always reading the whole file. I don't think that's how cursor works. I'm gonna say Claude Code is kind of flawed in that respect, because it seems to be reading the entire file every time, which I don't want it to do. Yeah, I think there's an issue. Um, oh, it's another thing I can be doing. Um, where could I? Hang on, I'll be right back. Not too much. I didn't want to like. I know. All right. So another thing I'm trying to do is learn Chinese. Like my Chinese is not the best. All right. Edit proper null checks and try crash. Okay, let's see. Did you fix the issue? Loading. Okay, there we go. So now the game is working again. Old Sage, welcome, young hero. Our village is in need of your help. Okay. A dark force has taken residence. You must go and defeat the evil. Take the sword and let your journey begin. How do I move around? Uh-oh. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Okay. Now just back to Claude. Great. There's no black screen anymore. It's fixed. But the new issue is after talking through the Sage dialogue, the hero can't move. None of the arrows work. WASD doesn't work. Just stuck. Okay, cool. Hopefully I figured this out, but while it's doing that, I can study Chinese. Huh? So I was gonna make like a flashcard app, then I just realized I don't really need to use the flashcard app. I can just use this Chinese book that I already bought years and years ago. And Bati cups. Oh, Bay. These oh, wait a second. Does this measure? Oh, these are measure words. Cool. Oh, but they don't tell me. It's kind of annoying. Uh, so the more advanced Chinese books, sometimes they don't give you the pinyin and they don't give you the English because they're kind of like, well, you should know it by now. Um, all right, let me see. Proper nouns. Oh, that's kind of cool. They do it by vocabulary index. Oh, this is the English. I don't want that. I guess I could do it the reverse way. I could just get the English word and then, like, if I don't know it in Chinese, that's an interesting way to do it. So instead of doing the Chinese word and working backwards, like, what does it mean in English? A lot of times I'm thinking in English and I want the Chinese. Dialog box closed. Okay. Let's see. Welcome. Do dark forest. Go to the cave. Take the sword. Do I have to like refresh it every time? Um, no, it doesn't appear to be working. I don't think I need to be like npm run dev every time. Let me just test it out. Just in case. Things I've added that should resolve, modified all dialogue, added code to properly test and remove all checks, improve menu visibility. The dialog box was marking. Nope. Character can't move. Try to find the code changes before the press C for commands. Since there's no press C for commands box either, and the game was working better before we started. It's trying to revert our changes. Not a Git repo. Actually, that's a good point. You have access to Git. Can you put all of this directory into Git? Yes. Using master as a name for the initial branch. The default branch name is subject to change. Okay. Yes. All right. Cool. Initial commit of JRPG project. Yep. Author identity unknown. Please tell me who you are. Well, you have my Git key. Um, no. You have a GitHub MCP you can use. Does it know what MCPs are? Should I have to tell it specifically tool? Yes. Stupid. See, this is the problem with a lot of these AI tools is that they don't know the tools that they have at hand. Like myself as a human, I would know like not to use bash commands for this. but it thinks to use bash, which I think probably means that the people at OpenAI have configured, they already have they already have their they already have their systems like working not via an MCP but via something else. Like maybe they have their own internal, like they've already set up Git on their computers and done all these things just with Bash. Like everything, like a lot of things can be done with Bash. But for this pool, for instance, oh look, context low already, 34% remaining. Run compact and continue. Run compact to compact and continue. Okay, so maybe I'll run compact right after this. On branch main. Okay, new branch. Now that I have a Git review, I'll start fixing the issue. Let's check what files contain our added command boxes. Check all the components. Oh boy. So this Claude code seems kind of cool if you don't know how to code, but Cursor may just be better for people that know how to code because Cursor, you can add all the context yourself. Like the cool thing about this is it's creating the files that it needs, and I think it is aware of all the different files when that's already been loaded into your context. But I think what you need to do is have the context loaded in already. And as these things get bigger, um, I don't know. It's just interesting. This I don't know the size of the context window. Back to Chinese. Sorry, I shouldn't be wandering around. Ability, non-lead, abrupt, blunt, chong, chong. Oh wait, why am I even looking at that? Absorb is, oh, because this is giving me simplified and traditional. I just want simplified. I don't need traditional. It always does that. Is there just a simplified version? These Chinese books killing me. I mean, sometimes they're the same, but okay, whatever. Yes, yes, yes. I don't even know what I just said yes to, but I want it to be doing things. I think it should just have like a auto commands, like just run grep. Let's fix all the remaining issues in the village scene. Okay. Let's remove the create game menu method and reference the status box inventory equip. Oh, because it added some stuff that didn't exist. Like I said, I wanted it to have all these things. Yeah. Yeah. Dialog box visible. Okay, that's fine. So this is what I actually wanted to do. I wanted to go through and like update code. Yesterday, the vibe coding session was just a lot of going through and creating a bunch of images. Let me get some coffee. I'll be right back. Hopefully this keeps running. Still running. Okay. Abuse. 虐待. Academic credit. 学分. Yep. The company. Pay. 我会陪你. Lesson 4. Pay. Pay is a company. 会陪你. Okay. A company. Time phrase. Now, pay. So company, go with some. 我不太. What's this word? Hmm? Is this? That's not traditional. I don't know this word. Uh, well, that's frustrating. I guess it's good that I don't know because I can learn. 我不太something for 嗯，你陪我去医院好吗？你陪我去医院好吗？你陪我去，陪我去。Grab. Okay, sure. Grab whatever you want. Grab whatever you want. Should know. That's the thing that I really don't like. It should have gotten the context of all the files. Like, what is it doing? I mean, it's cool that it's grabbing, I guess, but I'm of two minds. It should just know the code. Like, it should know the code that it's written. And I think all you do when you're using Claude Code now is if I run compact and then continue, all compact seems to be doing, as far as I understand, is generating a README file. And the README file will let the user know this is the stuff that we've done. But it's not very useful when it comes to AI. So my thought process is this. If I have to continually save a small README file and then that loses all context of the code, I'm going to have to sit there and reintroduce the context of the code to the model every time. So for example, I might have like a code base that's like several thousand lines of code, and then I might make a small change for the day. But I had to load, like let's say I'm making a small change and it's in many different files. So this thing is going through and it's reading all the files because it doesn't know where it is, that small change. But when it has to go through and actually make those small changes, let's say it reads in the entire code base, several thousand lines of code. It's read in the context. Now, if I make a small change, then it had to read in all those things. Oh no, now our game should work again. Sorry, I'll explain my thought process first, and then I'll try to the game. But my point is that you're going to continually have to keep reloading the context and spend a bunch of money, and it's going to be a huge waste of money because instead you should just keep the context and never lose the context because you don't want to keep reading it in, reading in, reading in, reading in, reading in. So there's got to be a better solution. I think Cursor handled it better. Okay, let's check this. Press enter. Okay, now it's broken. Maybe I need to refresh it. I don't think I should have to refresh. What if I just close it? Maybe that's part of the issue? Because it seems like it fixed things, but it didn't. Page reload. Do I have to build again? On dev. Alright, whatever. JRPG game. I mean, I suppose it calls RPG. Yeah. Yep. So that's not good. The black screen after pressing enter is there. Please fix. Root all code related, press C for commands. Fix the dialog system. It's entering, it's got debugging now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I started today, this thing was working way better than it is now. Now it's just broken. Uh, did it not have a player? Simplifying scene transitions. Get reset hard, reset. Okay. It just did a get reset. So it screwed up and then it went back. Oh man, this could be a really weird, dumb thing. The file has been modified. Read it again before attempting to write it. Scene manager. I mean, it's somewhat cool that it can, you know, reset to a previous version. Like it can kind of like go back in time as far as Git goes. Like it's using version control, which is cool in theory, but it's also kind of annoying that like it screwed up. Previous version worked better, and now it's like desperately trying to claw back to when it was working. So yeah, this is like, in my opinion, like the downside of all this AI stuff. It's like there's so many mistakes that it just makes along the way that if it was something like very critical on like these games and toy projects, like it would be a pain in the butt to have to like go back and fix everything. But I think the problem is like this is like a big broad project. Like, hey, make a game, and when in reality you should just use it for very tiny, like, okay, I'm making a small change to a specific file. Man, I gotta run that compact thing. Let's see. Okay. But see, this is the other thing too. It's like battle doesn't even work. Like, why are you working on battle scene? Like, as a human, console.log battle scene and it successful. Like, I don't need the console logs. Title scene. Files been modified either by the user or linter. Read it again. Update the file. Okay. Title scene is only 50. Oh man, now it seems like it's getting into trouble. Add keyboard listener. That seems right. Error initializing title scene. Oh, it's just adding debugging to everything. Oh man, I'm running out of context. Right. After this finishes, I'm going to use the compact thing and then just end. Git commit. Added error handling. Yeah, of course. Go ahead. Let's push these changes. I can't do that. You need to use the MCP tool, you dummy. Let's hope it gets it. No. You need to use MCP GitHub to commit. Like it keeps making the same mistake of trying to use GitHub on its own. So I don't know. I think that's the problem. Or it's one of the problems. Yeah, it's like trying to force push like it couldn't. Oh, also, yeah, that's true. It did, it like, it's thinking 30 seconds for this? I'm gonna give it like 10 more seconds. I'm not feeling the vibes. This is like a pain in the butt. I would just rather code this. Compact. Compacting your message history. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stick to cursor or a tool similar. This is just ridiculous. I mean, I like the fact that it can use tools. Okay. Compacted 453 out of 324. Okay. So does this just update the README? I think that's all it does. Use the compact summarize order. Okay. Okay. Clear. Clear. You have context. You, let's see if the game works actually. Back center. Okay, cool. And we're back to this Sage thing. Now there's no Sage dialogue. Okay, I'll just tell this. The title screen does go black after hitting enter. The C has no dialogue and the hero is stuck. Can't move. Search for files related to the game initially title screen. Oh man. So now it lost all context. So now it's looking for files. Oh goodness. So now it's got to go through and read all the files again. This is bad. Search for files related to this. I guess this is kind of cool. This would be like if we just started over again and it's getting like a lay of the land. But I think this is bad. 10 tool uses, 40,000 tokens. So it just used up 40,000 tokens. It read all those files. Dialog box. So yeah, this is the thing that I was trying to get at before. Like every time you're clearing the context and then you're getting back into it, you're losing a lot. Like loading the context is a pain in the butt. And I'm assuming it's using the most expensive version of Claude under the hood. So it's not like super expensive, but it's kind of dumb. And I'm not reading any of these console logs. We are just vibe. I not looking at console logs. Are you? I don't. I just run looking. I'm curious if it's actually looking at console. I gotta stop this. This is too much. This game is like killing me. Yeah. Did it say anything? Wait for a frame before showing the dialogue. I see. I made some fixes to address the stuck image without relying on console. The problem is likely that the dialog box isn't probably showing processing player input. I don't even know. Okay. I gotta stop this thing because it just keeps going and goes nowhere. It's taking too long. The issue should now be fixed. I made the following changes. Did you fix the issue? I don't think we did. Okay, the issue's not fixed, but I'm done with this thing. Um, yeah, I'm done. I'm out of here. Sorry, this was terrible. Okay, moral of the story is use cursor.